Listen, new entrepreneurs, we got to work on professionalism, man. We got to work on it. Just because you're the best braider in the city or the best stylist or whatever you are in the city, in your city, you might be the best at it. Does not mean you can mess over people just because you can, just because you're popular. This story time is ridiculous. The stuff that this girl had to go to, not only did that woman ended up pushing her appointment back every day, it's the fact that how she treated her when she got there, how she treated the other customers when they got there as well, talking about them in front of this girl right here. Now, as you can see, somebody already reshared this. Like, so it's like a post, a thread. I guess they screenshotted the girl who's, pretty much doing all the unprofessional stuff at her workplace, aka her home. Somebody reshared it and said, as you can see at the top, it says, she did my sister hair. My sister called me like, OMG, she upstairs effing around in the middle of my braids. So you already know this story is about to be crazy, man. But before we get into it, this is the name of the content creator is J_Lay_ on TikTok. You can find her over there for more updates on the situation. All right, now for the rest of y'all already know, y'all with me. So let's get into the story.
Y'all, this is actually so wild because I was just going to make a video about this last month, but here we have this girl who I went to high school with who's a braider. Bro, she's literally going viral on Twitter right now. Somebody this time had a problem with her doing the do during their appointment, but I figured it's finally my time to speak up. I actually was going to make this video last month because I got my hair done at the end of July, where I was just like, you know what, it was just a bad experience. I chalked it up to this, but here we go. Literally, as you guys can see from the comments, they're talking about she should offer to give a free hairstyle. She tried to cancel and try to take their booking fee. All of this is nothing short of my experience. As you can see, people are saying she takes Unprofessional to a whole nother level. So let's get into it, guys. I don't normally pay to get my hair done, but I've been trying to get more into it lately. So I figured why not pay someone who actually knows what they're doing to do my hair. Like I said, originally, this girl and I went to high school together. We were cool as far as I know. There was never no beef between us. So, I'm not booking this thinking that there's going to be a problem. So she's been having this $100 knotless sale going for a month or so because she's about to have her third kid and she's been trying to get the money to move. And mind you, $100 for knotless, you can't beat that. I kept seeing it on my story, literally for a month straight until I was like, you know what? Something told me to just go for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Bad idea. And I feel like my whole intuition of not reaching out to her for a whole month was screaming at me not to do it, but I went along with it anyways. So as you guys see, I asked her, did she have the 27th open? She had a list of days open. This was in July. I asked her, did she have the 27th open? I'm pretty sure that was a Saturday because I had something to do. And I wanted my hair to be done for her. She's a fast braider. She's self-taught. She's been doing it for years. I know she's good at it. So... now, literally, I did think it was a little off how, because I said, hey, she was just like, yeah, are you Cash App ready? So I'm like, not like, hey, what are you trying to get? It was just straight to money. But I had the money, so I wasn't worried about it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Although my Cash App is closed, and I did tell her that. So she's like, okay, you can Apple Pay to my number. She sends that in the next message. I'm not going to show her number, but you guys can see she says send it to her and then send the screenshot. So I say, okay. Literally, I should have already knew there was a problem from this point because literally I'm trying to send it to the Apple Pay and it's not going through. It's error or whatever. I've never seen this happen before. So I'm like, bro, this is giving me scamming vibes because how can I not Apple Pay you the money? So I tell her, I'm like, hey, do you have Venmo? Do you have PayPal? It's not going through. What's up? So as you guys can see, she sent the PayPal. That still wasn't going through, though. So I was like, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just send the money to my sister. She'll Cash App you since I already know you have a Cash App. Also, y'all, the deposit fee was $50. Still not a problem for me because I tip service providers. If you do a good job, you feel me? I'm going to tip, too. I just figured she just wanted to get the money logistics out the way before we even talk anything about the style. So it's okay, whatever. We can get this out the way. So she sends me the Cash App. I send her, or my sister sends the money to her, and then I I do eventually send her a screenshot of that. I think I sent that to her phone number since she had already sent that to me. But at this point, everything was locked in. So then I go ahead and start showing her the style that I want. So as you guys can see, I said I wanted Fulani tribal braids, the braids with the cornrows, and the boho also. The knotless in the back, the cornrows in the scalp. This is exactly what I tell her I want. Literally, after I send her these pictures, she goes ghost. I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, she's posting the sale like every day and scratching it off every couple hours. And I'm pretty sure like she's booked and busy. So I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt at this point. I think a day went by though, and I'm just like, girl, what the hell? And then she's still posting on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no, what's going on? So as you guys can see, I hit her the next day. I'm like, hello. She texted me talking about, oh yeah, send me what you want to do, da 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 da. Just playing it off like acting like it's nothing. So I'm like, all right. She's asking me for my name. She already knows my name. We went to school together. The date, that was one of the first things I established. I said the 27th of July. The style, the timing, the time, like I picked out the slot when I responded to the story on Instagram, the style, like everything. It was just so irritating. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just give her the benefit of the doubt. She's probably too busy to go all the way back in her messages. I'm going to go ahead and send it to her in 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so it was moved back to the messages. So literally, I sent her my name, the time, the date, the style, the color, all of that. Now, originally, I did want to I wanted to use some color like this in my hair, but I was still like a little on the fence. Now, I want y'all to read this next message very carefully because this is where she acknowledges right here that we went to school together and like, oh, I'm not going to fuck you over or whatever. She literally says, hey, my love, got you locked in. I was wondering, could you do me a favor and send me the other half of your balance? Talking about, oh, and I'll give you a freestyle. Remember what that other girl said in the comments earlier. I'm sitting here thinking she means like, oh, I'm a freestyle, like the top style, but it's still going to be the style. Like, no, I don't want a freestyle, baby. I want the style that I'm asking for. I don't normally even pay to get my hair done, so I'm paying to get it exactly how I want it. I don't want a freestyle. Right. Then she goes to mention, she's like, I'm not sure if you remember me. We went to high school together. She sends me the address, all that. Hopefully I can block all that out. She literally even puts in the message, you know I'm not a scam or anything weird. You know, if not, I understand. I can't wait to see you. Still coming in hella sweet. Well, not even sweet, because it seems like she only has like some sort of decorum when it's about the money. What? And it's like you literally asked me for the rest of the money, like the deposit fee wasn't to secure my appointment. So I'm like, look, in case this is a scam, like I'm not gonna have her take all of the money from me. So I'm like, look, I can send you 25, so that would now be $75 I sent her total out of the 100. So she's like, okay, just send me the screenshot when you send it. So once I send it to her, I'm like, there you go, boom. She's like, okay, thanks, see you soon. And I'm like, hey, look, you don't have to use the color hair. I just want one big hair, no color like this. Because I was just too on the fence about it. Literally, it's crickets for days. Like, I'm like, damn, you think, like, okay, you know, the closer it gets to the appointment, you would say something like, okay, if I need to wash my hair before the appointment or bring something. But I'm like, okay. So I reach out to her Thursday, don't say nothing. Literally hit her the next day, still doesn't respond. So then I'm like, I'm not playing this game with you. Like, if you're going to scam me, I'm definitely getting my money back. It was never that deep for hair, especially for $100. Like, yeah. So I told her, I'm like, I haven't gotten a response from you in almost a whole week. And this is kind of wild considering how I gave you my whole ass money. I can understand if I didn't give you no money. So she's like, yeah, I'm exhausted. Okay, she got the baby. But yeah, we're still good. Whatever. So as you guys can see, Friday, the day before, is there any way I could do 11? I'm trying to change the time. So I'm like, okay, I can push it a little bit. Then as you guys see, an hour before, or no, because we pushed it, talking about, can I come tomorrow? I'm like, girl, the whole reason I wanted this to be done Saturday was because I had something to do. And not only that, you've already pushed it, and I already made it available for me to still, like, I'm coming in at 1-2, pushing my plans. I'm still trying to do it. So I'm like, you know what? I just said fuck the plans. I didn't even go. At that point, I'm
That's
pissed off because
funny.
I already know I can't go to my place. So I'm like, okay, I work overnight Saturday at 11 p.m. So I'm like, okay, well, if we do it tomorrow, can you make sure my hair is done before I go to work? Of course, girl. So I'm like, okay, sounds great. And then I give her a better inspiration picture for what I want. Tell her that's exactly what I want. Look at this shit. Say, any way we can reschedule, 25 will be taken off of your balance. Talking about, okay, more pregnancy stuff. So I'm like, girl, look, I hope everything goes well with the pregnancy. It's just becoming inconvenient for me. Like, I just want my money back. You can send me the money back. We'll have no problems. Oh, she panicked, boo. She like, oh no, I just got Braxton Hicks. We can still do it tomorrow. Oh no, sorry for the scare. Sends me the address.
Hell
So I'm
no.
like, okay, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. Literally, tomorrow. She's like, can you come in at 11? So if y'all remember, the other girl in the comments too was like, yeah, she rescheduled me like 3 times. She literally did the same thing. I did not get my hair done till Tuesday, and I never thought it was going to get done. So I'm like, see you soon. Can we do 12? So I was like, you know what?
Damn.
Let's just do it at 1. Let's just do it at 1.
Oh my God.
Girl, no. Didn't happen that Sunday either. Part 2 coming. What's up, y'all? This is part 2 of the Baltimore braider who fucks over all of her clients, apparently.
This pissing
This
me off.
post is currently now at 57,000 tweets. I didn't repost this or make the original post, but I swear, I wish I would have talked about this sooner. So let's get back to it. I left off by telling you guys that we were going to do either 1 or 12 p.m. that Sunday, the day that I had to work. So she's talking about, okay, we can do that, but is there any chance you can pay now? Talking about the other 25 that I owe her. I'm like, girl, isn't that what the booking fee is for? I not only gave you the 50 for the booking fee, I gave you an extra 25 for God knows who, what, like what? So at this point, I'm really not trying to get scammed. At first, I'm like, look, I can give you the rest in cash, like when I pull up for my appointment later. Why do you need it right now type shit? I already had a feeling like she didn't even have the fucking hair, even though it says on her page and on the post, hair provided. You know, why else would you be asking me for more money if you didn't need something? And then I already gave you 50. And then other people are still booking on your freaking story. So it's like, what's going on? So she's over here begging, like, please, can you send it through Cash App? I really wouldn't prefer cash. This is the first time I've ever heard any stylist say they don't prefer cash.
What?
Any stylist, number one preference is cash. And it tells me that you need the money urgently, like right now, to buy something, which it seems like for my appointment. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and send it to her.
No.
I send her the screenshot of me sending it. So
Okay.
then eventually she hit me talking about, oh, well, can we not do boho? I'm like, girl, can you just do anything that I'm telling you to do? You're trying to make me compromise and freestyle hairstyle and no boho. Like, girl, that's the point of half the hairstyle. I want the curly look. And of course, I knew she needed to get the money to get some human hair because she's talking about her sister couldn't get any human hair for the freaking curly pieces of the boho. Mind you, you already have 75 from me and plus other people booking. And if you already have hair provided, meaning this is going to be the same hair that you're, like, if you're buying it in bulk, you're using it for all of us, why do you not have hair? Why do you not have the money to get it? So I tell her, I'm like, I don't mind waiting a little longer for the boho. That's what I wanted. Is it still going to be today, though? Because I'm willing to wait. Otherwise, I'm like, come on. And then I already knew, she was on some bullshit because she's talking about, I'm keep waiting on my sister. She's so inconsiderate. Like, when you got to keep blaming other people, even though you've already been the inconsiderate one, like, you're not a good person. You're trying to cover other people for your
Go get the gloves.
your lack of preparation. Like,
Go get the gloves.
that's for July 29th, that Monday. So this is now 2 days after the original date of the appointment, that Saturday. I'm in high spirits talking about, I can't wait to see you later on. She's talking about, can I see your forehead? I'm like, bro, I'm thinking it's one time we're going to have a good day. It just goes according to plan. No. I'm like, I can't come earlier because I don't want to push it to work. I work overnight Sunday through Thursday. So that includes Monday. I don't want to push it. So she make it seem like she ordered a hair, talking about it won't come between 2 and 4. Like, what? What type of order hair comes in a few hours? Just go pick it up. That's what it seemed like you and your sister were going to go do anyways. You didn't just Amazon Prime this because it comes in at least a day or two, not a few hours. So later that day, I asked, do you have any update with the hair? This is now 12:04. This is from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Literally. Talking about it says the same thing. So I'm like, okay, we got to do this shit tomorrow. Because honestly, it just seems like you're a scammer. You're literally trying to like tap me out and push it every day. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want it no more. But I still want my money. So I'm like, look, we got to do this tomorrow, okay? So I'm like, literally that Tuesday, hey, I'll see you later on. She said, see you at 12. Then it's 12:30. It's like, all right. Let me know when you're 10 minutes away. Okay, I got you. I can do anything you want me to do. I'm coming in. So mind you, when I get close, I let her know. 15 minutes away, I pull up, talking about it's open. Like, and this is just when it starts to get weird because it's like I'm like, what type of professional, like, you don't even greet me at the door or nothing, open the door for me. I had to welcome myself into your house. So I come in, it's her and I guess her sister because she's also doing hair, and it's a whole bunch of kids just like at least 7 kids playing around and just looking at me, and you know, she's just looking at me too. She don't even, hey girl, how you doing? Or same sister, they just sitting there looking
shocked that you showed up.
Like, oh, okay. Like, hey, hello. They still don't speak. So I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Mind you, I'm like, she's a good braider. I just want my hair done nice. I'm paying for it. So I'm like, hey, do I sit in this chair? The one that she's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, I gotta fucking figure everything else at this point. She get to doing my hair. She's blow drying my hair mad hard. I'm like, oh my God. I can already tell, like, I'm not coming back. She gets to braiding my hair, and she's actually really quick. Like, she gets about halfway done my hair in like 2.5 hours. So she has another client come in. I'm not sure if it was for her sister or herself, but she just walks in too. I'm like, okay, she must already know the drill because they don't greet nobody. They just let people walk up in here. Like, so, you know, she just sit on the steps. Like, there's nowhere for her to sit. These kids everywhere. They say, like, a few words to her, and then she walks out. Then, you know, my braider and her sister, they pretty much start talking about her like she did something wrong. They like, yeah, we told her coming this time. She already knew this and this and that. Got her sitting on the steps and didn't even greet the girl, nothing. You know, it's just like, y'all have no type of, like, good rapport, like, with customer service. Yeah. But I'm like, nonetheless, I'm here already. I just want my hair to be done well. That is the very least I'm expecting here. I don't give a fuck about the service at this point. It was just so bad, though. Like, I don't know. Like, she was yelling at the kid. She kept calling her daughter, like, a miserable little girl. And I'm just like, I wonder where she gets it from. Like, and, you know, the girl wasn't even miserable. She just keeps, like, trying to show her mommy stuff or, you know, play or whatever. She's like 4. So she, honestly, her children weren't, like, bad behaved. So I don't, you know, she just kept snapping at them. It was weird. Literally, after my hair's done, you know, she tells me to go outside with her, and I figure she's going to start taking pictures of my hair. Although she doesn't ask me, like, you know, she puts up models on her page, but most of them are, like, her friends or people she knows. You know, I can understand if she asked me, like, hey, can I get a few pictures, you know, so I can have this in my collection, even if she wanted to post it and ask for my permission, or even if not, ask me. She just expected me to, like, oh yeah, like, can you bring your head down? Can you? It's like, all right, whatever. Take the pictures. So we go back in because literally I'm like getting my stuff together. And like I said earlier, or at least in the first part, I'm a tipper. Like, if you do good, I'm going to want to tip you for your service, even though you're getting 100% of what I'm giving you. It's not like you work in the salon. Mind you, like, by the time she got to the cornrow sessions of my hair, it seemed like she was trying to finish fast because it's like, and mind you, she already braids fast. So I'm like, what are you doing? For some reason, when I try to pull up the picture, it won't show the top. But as you guys can see, like, there's crisscrosses in here and about maybe, like, I don't know, like 10 braids at the top of her head. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's no, like, cross braids over here, and then the rest are just straight down. Like, that's not exactly the style in the picture, but it's close enough. You know, it was a quick version of the style. You look good, so not gonna lie, guys, like, the whole appointment was, like, pretty, like, just not what I was expecting. You know, I had took some snacks there because I knew I was going to be there for a few hours. The kids are like all eating or wanting my snacks. I share with them, I
What?
don't mind, but you know, they're just yelling at the kids every few minutes. Sometimes she has to get up to like make sure they're not into shit or if they're touching something. I don't know. So when I look in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, I like it, cool. I'm just ready to go. And then I'm telling her bye too. I'm like, hey, you know, but she's just sitting there, doesn't walk me out, just sitting on her phone and hardly looking at me. I'm like, wow. And I even tipped her $40, but I'm like, I gave
No.
her a bye hug and everything, but it was just so like I couldn't have gotten out there faster. I'm like, why? Like it almost felt like she personally didn't like me. And I'm like, girl, I ain't never did nothing to you. Sure you guys can tell, you know, her page is definitely deactivated by now. Not sure if she made a new account or not, but that's not any of my business. I don't care. I also found it weird how when I posted it on my story, you know, she reposted it as you guys can see, but that's all she did. She didn't say anything about it. And normally when her clients do repost it, it's a whole bunch of love and all that stuff. Unless she feels, I guess, intimidated by you, whatever. Yeah, in case you guys were wondering if she had a TikTok page, this is her page right here.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
be fooled. She is not a good person. And this
Lord.
face confirms it.
Now listen, I know it's a lot of women that follow this channel right here, my channel. What do y'all think about this? See, me personally, I don't think she should have got a tip. Say what you want to say. She shouldn't have got no tip. Now, I'm the type of person, even if you're just having a long day and you can tell like this person just having a long day, I'll still give you a tip. Maybe not the best tip. I'll give you 10%. But typically it's always the standard is always 20% with me. But if you are pushing my appointment back a week, you push my appointment back that far back, lack of communication, lack of professionalism, and then you still think I'm about to tip you? Then your kids ate my snacks? Whew. What would y'all do in this situation? Me personally, I probably wouldn't even made it to the appointment. Be on the lookout for braiders like this, y'all. If they do any of the scamming stuff that she said, like pay the full deposit up front, do never do that. Never, ever in your life. Pay after the appointment.